Okay guys, so today I'm gonna make for you some roasted vegetables the crazy green way. First we're gonna start off by preparing our vegetables. So here I have my bell pepper and I'm just cutting off the outer portion of it. You're going to repeat this step for the other two bell peppers, okay? Alright, so just put it aside. Now we have our tomato. I cut it in half, then I cut it in half again, so we have 4/4. And you're going to repeat the same process for the other tomato. So here you can see I'm using a small knife just to remove the seeds from the tomato. You know, we're roasting the vegetables, not steaming it, so the less water in it the better. Now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to use our knife to separate our corn, and you repeat this again for the other one. For our carrot, we're just gonna cut the carrot in half, long way, all the way down, and then you cut it in half again like that. So you get 4 pieces. There we go. Now we have our sweet potato, guys. You know, some cultures, they call this yam. So here in Jamaica, we call it sweet potato. And as you can see, it's giving me a bit of a struggle here, not coming out exactly the way I want it to come out. But let us try cutting it in a different way and see. There we go. So that seemed to be working. As you can see, I left the skin on it. It gives it a nice flavor. And we're gonna go ahead and put that aside as well. Alrighty. So now for the final veggie we'll be using today, we're using some Pak Choi, and we're basically going to cut it in half. Alright, the white part, the stalk, some of them are really huge, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half as well. Well, the large ones. The smaller one, we can just leave it as it is. For the leafy part, guys, I'm just going to leave it as it is as well. You know, once the Pak Choi go in the oven, or the veggies go in the oven per se, they're going to get caramelized, so they're going to shrink. And you know, Pak Choi has a high percentage of water, so once you get in the oven and the water dries out, it's going to shrink a lot. Okay, clean up and let's go on to making our dressing. So here I have some olive oil and vinegar dressing, and to that I'm going to add some rosemary, some garlic, I have ginger, and I'm gonna add some scallion to that as well. And then I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon honey, and now I'm going to add my complete seasoning. I don't know, I just love this seasoning. You know, the parsley, the basil, everything, and it just makes it perfect. And just give this dressing a taste. Mwah, so good. Now I already rendered and prepared my baking sheet. I basically just put parchment paper in it, so I'm just gonna put that aside, and we're gonna go ahead and add our Pak Choi to our mixing bowl. All right, now to this we're going to add our dressing. So guys, here is when your proportion come in. You have to estimate how much dressing to go on it, so that you know it covers all the vegetable, but still you leave back enough dressing to add to the remaining vegetables. Now as you can see, I'm just using this entire tray for Pak Choi. I like to keep my vegetables separate, you know, and I also like when my vegetables are in contact with the bottom of the tray. So that's how I like to do it. So we go ahead and we repeat the process until all the vegetables are covered in the dressing. So we basically put it in the bowl, pour the dressing on, and then we just mix it together. Guys, I didn't have a super huge bowl at home. That's the reason why I do it separately. But if you have a big bowl at home, you can just go ahead and put all the veggies in, pour all the dressing on, and toss them together, okay? That makes life so much easier. So as you can see, I'm putting them out on my tray. And even though we have a variety of vegetables on the tray, you realize that I keep light vegetables together. In that way, if some vegetables are done before the other, it's easy to separate them. So the remaining sauce, I just pour it all over it, and we already preheat our oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna bake it 30 to 45 minutes, and you need to check on it every 15 minutes, okay? So this is our final product, guys. Looking good, looking amazing. Roast vegetables are very nice to have. It's sweet, You know, the dressing we put on it makes it a little tangy, a little salty, a little spicy, all the flavors coming out. You guys go ahead, try it out, let me know what you think. And as I always say, see you next week with another crazy idea.